Glittering white, shining blue, raven black, the land looks like a fairy tale. Pinnacle after pinnacle, peak after peak crevassed, wild as any land on our globe, it lies, unseen and untrodden. It is a wonderful feeling to travel along it. Roald Amundsen.
Hi, my name is Inga, and this is Alma of Freya. In 2026, me and a small crew are going to sail through the Northwest Passage. The Northwest Passage connects the Atlantic Ocean with the Pacific Ocean through the Arctic. It was first transited by the Norwegian explorer Roald Amundsen in 1906, and now, 120 years later, we're following in his wake on board Alma of Freya, a replica of Amundsen's original ship Gjøa.
Well, the Northwest Passage is almost as much a challenge today as it was 100 years ago.
More people have been to space than sailed through the Northwest Passage. Next level in sailing.
This is not like the rest of the world. It's much colder, there is ice.
If the water is still and you have like 2 millimeters of ice, you will cut your boat in half.
So you can plan everything, but the weather is deciding.
It's just an area where the ice conditions are quite dramatic. And this is an area where ice gets packed in.
If you're unlucky, you can be stuck up there for 3 years.
And if you're locked in the ice, you have to stay.
It's going to be rough for sure, but it's also going to be so great to experience these areas that so few people actually see.
It's the possibility to do something a very few people has done, because it's really hard, it's rough.
I always thought that was impossible, but when I saw Alma for sale, I thought this could actually be possible.
Like, how many people can say that they've sailed through the Northwest Passage? It's so cool.
Going through the Northwest Passage is not something you just decide and you go. You need to be fully prepared, the boat needs to be prepared, the crew need to be prepared.
Amundsen spent about 3 years in preparing the ship and the crew.
So this is what we do now these 3 years. We prepare the boat, we prepare the crew, and we gain experience from polar waters. So this winter this boat got a copper ice sheeting, they call it. It's around the bow of the boat.
And we will be testing and working together for the next 2 to 3 years. So everyone needs to be able to cook, everyone needs to be able to hoist the sails, and everyone needs to be able to handle Alma.
We went on a 10-day trip up north. We got glued together, we got a really good crew, good atmosphere on board.
Being on Alma, you live very close to the rest of the crew. I mean, you don't have your own cabin, we only have like bunks in the walls of the boat. So you get to know people really well. So it doesn't matter if you're a permanent crew or a guest or a cameraman, you still be a part of the group.
We appreciate each other's different competences. We all need each other. So one got a medical background. No one is expert in navigation. Other is expert in sailing techniques. And one, of course, have to be an expert of cooking food. And we are only as strong as our weakest link.
When Amundsen left, there were 7 guys in a boat like this. And they lived with the Inuits for 3 years, and they learned to dog sled, and they learned to dress properly. So their approach was completely different.
We learned many things from the Inuit, and they were a great inspiration.
120 years after Amundsen, we will return to Gjøa and continue the cultural exchange with the locals.
Also, since there is not a lot of people up there, we can do some important scientific work.
Polar exploration is extremely important today because of the changes in climate and other issues.
Like, for instance, monitoring microplastics through the passage. We hope that some universities or scientific institutions want to join us in this project.
Amundsen's expedition was the first to transit the Northwest Passage, having done so in 1906.
So Norway became an independent nation, and this was hugely important for Norwegian identity, and it still is.
There has never been a Norwegian ship sailing through the Northwest Passage since Amundsen because of these conditions. We are very excited about this idea, and also that a wooden ship made a replica of you is doing it.
You know, it's a huge part of Norwegian identity, our polar experiences.
We also hope to inspire other people to follow their dreams and think that anything is possible.
Our plan is to show it to the world.
Hello, my name is Håkon, and this is Alma.
To bring the people with us so they can see how it's like to sail the Northwest Passage.
Our expedition is going to be a unique and once-in-a-lifetime adventure. We will follow in Amundsen's wake, conducting important scientific research, cultural exchange, and inspiring a new generation of Arctic explorers.
If you want to help us complete this expedition and honor Amundsen's work and discovery, we have several opportunities for you to be involved.
Thank you for watching. Please follow us on our adventure, and I hope to see you on board someday.
We see many fine sunsets here, unique in the splendor of their color. No doubt the surroundings in this fairyland of blue and white do much to increase their beauty.